Fellow Rowan League members, what a year it was, at least for me anyway. The third installment of the Rowan League was a pretty crazy one. It seems like the draft was just a few weeks ago. LaShawn McCoy went for the draft high price of $70, and none other than Joe Schufo was projected to score the most points overall in the league. It was a long season and a lot of crazy moves went down. Haig spent an astonishing $62 waiver dollars on Julian Edelman week 1. Pizzari was wheeling and dealing in his usual fashion with a league high of 8 trades. And the Hoffmans, well, we're being the Hoffmans, and we still love them all the same for that. Right, so back to the point of this video. So the championship was this past week, and I had the distinct honor and privilege of watching in-game highlights of my players score touchdown after touchdown, with Pizzari sitting just across the table from me. It was a sight to see, and I really wish all of you could have been there to witness it in person. So as with any distinguished award, I have a few thank yous I need to send out to those who have helped me along the way. So without any further ado, I would first like to thank my mom and dad for getting together and creating this incredible specimen of sheer athleticism, utter brilliance, and astonishing good looks. Thanks, Mom and Dad. To Biggins, the man who let me squeak by him in week 4 for the first win of the season for myself. Biggs, if it were not for your kindness, I would have found myself in the same exact playoff position and had the same results the rest of the season. In any event, thank you for the incredible confidence-building win that helped me finish the season on a 12-1 stretch. To Petrowski, who gave me my final loss during Week 6, making sure that I didn't really embarrass everyone too badly by winning 13 weeks in a row. Thanks, Petrowski. To Mr. Tim Bramble, who agreed last second to adjust the terms of our matchup bet during Week 3 to 10 waiver dollars. Tim, each one of my left leg hairs thanks you. To Sean Connell for being a great sport after our Week 7 matchup and changing his Facebook profile picture to this lovely image here. Sean, you'd be a good Cowboys fan, my friend. To Mr. Steve Haig for instantly denying my stink bug trade of sending Le'Veon Bell and Hakeem Nicks in exchange for one Wes Welker. Fortunately enough for me, Steve had the incredible foresight knowing that I'd be playing Pizzari in the championship week, and he just couldn't stand to see Pizzari win a second year in a row. So Haig, thank you for not allowing me to give my season away by acquiring Wes Welker from you for one of the top running backs in the league down the stretch. You're the best accomplice a champ could ask for. To Matt Hoffman for being a stud and assisting in the Beat Pizzari at All Costs campaign. Mr. Hoffman traded Brandon Marshall to myself after Week 1 for Anquan Bolden and Ahmad Bradshaw. Although I was more than happy to renegotiate a deal, Matt took it upon himself to understand the ultimate cause and make the move that benefited the league, not just himself. Matt, for your selflessness, I thank you. And last but not least, I'd like to thank Mike Pizzari for not only crumbling under the Week 16 pressure, but for one more significant reason that led to this incredible championship run. That reason is Jordy Nelson. To refresh each of your memories, Pizzari and I went back and forth during the draft for Mr. Nelson, and I finally gave up at $35, about $15 more than Jordy Nelson's value. Little did Pizzari know that that very moment was the exact moment that he would hand over the crown on a silver platter. You may be asking yourself, Fuller, what do you mean by this? Well, if not for Pizzari outbidding me on Jordy Nelson, I would not have been able to afford the likes of Ahmad Bradshaw, Fred Davis, Chris Ivory, Anquan Bolden, Brian Hartline, Le'Veon Bell, and Sir Frederick Jackson. Two of those players were relocated to the Hoffman residence. One of them off to the house that Connell built. Two of those players carried much of the workload for me for the rest of the season, and two more of them got kicked to the curb, with one of them almost single-handedly allowing Dubs to upset me mid-season. So, thank you, Pizzari, for being a solid opponent and ensuring that a third different and soon-to-be multiplied name be added to our lovely Prof trophy. So, from the bottom of my ego, thanks for showing the world just how good at fantasy football I truly am. This was a memorable season, and I cannot wait to impose my dominance on this league again next year. Love always, your league champion.